Alright guys, this is the last game for the T1 LNG series, game 3. To look at the draft, again, we have LNG on blue side, we have Rumble, Jarvan banned, and finally, after the second game, they have banned the Rel. Now these guys, they banned Maokai because they realized, oh shit, you know, if we're going to do an arms race on mid bans, or for whatever reason, we don't really like that situation, so let's just get rid of the Maokai. You know, they kept Nico banned, makes sense. Zai banned, these have been the, like, 2 consistent bans, and this has been another consistent ban, right? And then this time they first pick Ori. Now keep in mind, he got shit on against Faker Ori, so now they're taking the Ori this time. T1, they answer with, whoa, they don't have a flex pick this time. Unless there's something I'm not thinking of, they do not have a flex pick at the 2. So this will change the draft a little bit. They just straight up take Sejuani. No way. No way they just straight up take Sejuani. Poppy. Wow. They actually literally just take Poppy as is, which is phenomenal. If I'm LNG, I'm like, holy shit, okay, sweet, awesome. Like, thank you. We can definitely play around that, no problem. I mean, like, okay. I mean, like, so I will say for sure, as a 1-2, like, it's Pwn, sure, okay. I mean, he's probably just gonna pick Aatrox again for the 3rd game in a row or something. I don't know, but, like, okay. Is there anything I'm not forgetting? Like, in jungle? Obviously, this is on a different patch. They're on this patch, right? I mean, like, if they really want a control pick, yes. I guess, man. I guess. It might actually not be the worst in the end. They also, in theory, could just go Nocturne, because Nocturne's actually pretty good in that case. But that means then they might go a different top. Or they might not even pick top. I mean, they also could just literally pick Aatrox themselves as well. And just go just roll with it if that's such an issue. What do they do? Nada. Interesting. Okay, so they take this. He's saying, I got enough picks to play into you. And he has what? Aatrox. He has a specialty Jace. I mean, he is literally the best Jace in the world in top lane. What else does he have? It's not a whole lot. He's not really a tank guy. He also doesn't have to play a tank this game. It might be only these 2 picks I can think of on top of my head, especially with Rumble Ban. It might just be these 2. We'll see. Renata, so I think this is a little scary to them because they're like, okay, shit, we might have to play like a support to deal with this. And they're already thinking of like, okay, is there like an Aphelios combo we can do? They're not going to play Caitlyn now at this point. Can we play Caitlyn? Let's see. Okay, so they get rid of Kalista. They ban Caitlyn. So good. Okay, so they do identify like, oh shit. Okay, you know, we're taking this. We want to ban enchanters or chanter combos that might be problematic. I don't think these guys would ever play Ezreal Karma. Even though it actually is good because like these picks don't do too much to it. They ban it? No way, right? Kai'Sa. Okay, so they ban Kai'Sa again. Even though it's like the theory is you're picking Renata to deal with this, and if you're picking Kai'Sa, you're probably gonna take like a melee support. To them, it's just look, Gala, you're so good at Kai'Sa. I'm not letting you do this, and you already have champs who are diving in and gonna go into our backline. I'm not letting you do this. So I respect it. I mean, the fact that like there's no egoing on that pick, really, I mean, it's good. Nar. So for them, I'm gonna assume that they're looking at these 2 and they're saying, look, if you pick Aatrox, we're gonna fucking kill you, man. So they're just like, okay, what would be an annoying passive pick? And so they thought of Gnar.
Best Gnar in the LCK bar, and T1 have like an incredible amount of experience playing around it.
And it's a really good negation pick. One of those picks that can stay safe. It doesn't necessarily require you to play towards it as heavily, so I do think that makes sense.
Saguma whips out the Varus again.
With the sheer amount of tanky players in the opposite side, I wonder if we do see
I mean, Aphelios is the most obvious answer, and then taking in the Enchanter with it.
LNG, yeah, can build for the competition, but
This was like literally the most obvious answer. Preferably, like I said, I would have banned Aphelios. This would have been a lot more enjoyable in that situation, but
a tough task. Emilio is fantastic. Can't outclass Renata. This is gonna be a tricky one to navigate.
I just don't really love their draft that much. I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like LNG have kind of painted themselves into a corner a little bit. They have no ability to really be on the front foot.
Shit.
20 ults, but it's pretty tough. I think you get an early tail.
Okay, well, this will be interesting because so
They're really, really poor.
Varus, obviously Varus Renata, you know, they can be pretty potent and chase down. So you know, LNG's bot lane has to be careful with that, and if Poppy plays into it, that could be scary. However, since you're playing Jace, you kind of have to play in the top. As Poppy, like, you can't just be like, well, I hope Jace just survives and deals with it. He's playing against Sejuani Renekton. Like, I'm sure this Jace is going to try to, like, screw over the Renekton as much as he possibly can and take a lot of risk. And then naturally, Poppy is a really good champ. Like a level 2-3 champ, she's really good. So for her, she's probably just going to have to do something to... If it's heavy trading top, you know, regardless if you place a ward, you kind of just have to be there. So she's going to path top. And Sejuani should path top. And bot lane, I mean, it's just a skill, right? Skill issue.
Representative of the LCK here at Worlds 2023. LPL fans, got a cushy life right now. They already got 3 through, hoping to find a 4th, but it's going to take a miraculous turnaround as we go through the series. And then
Sure, I got 3. Don't get greedy.
Yeah. Anyway, if you think that's a laughable concept, connect your early lunches down with Prime Gaming. Grab the exclusive ROM W emo. You can keck along with the rest of us. What their team wants to do.
That's just sounded like the most hello fellow kids.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hey kids, if you'd like to keck along with the rest of us.
I'm in my 30s. Could you tell? I don't even have a response to this, guys. I'm very sorry. Okay, it's fine. I think it's a fun mode. That's the extent of my opinion.
I think it's funny the most. Making fun of Dracos.
I mean, that's really good. I mean, Scout again. So keep in mind, Scout is in a second, like, this is the second time now. In the first game, he screwed himself level 2. But before that, he had 2 pots over Faker with having none. This game, he has 1 pot over Faker already. So clearly he's doing something right. And Renekton, where does he start? He starts in the side. So basically starting to side just to make sure, like, okay, Jace is not going to approach me if I'm hitting this way and, like, kind of fish me out. And if I walk with the wave this way, then he might actually hit me this way. So he's just kind of chilling here. Okay. But at this point, Zeus does have some control.
Yeah, don't do it. Okay, I won't. Hopefully LNG aren't doing any negative self-talk either. Gotta stay focused. Spotlight again has been a huge weak point. A lot because T1 consistently had the counter pick on the bottom side of the map.
Actually, did they leash? No. If they placed a ward bot, it actually might have been not half bad leashing.
I have to jump to the defense of Dracos. Oh, it's true.
You're the ones we love, as they say, you know?
Chronicle's on his positivity hype. He keeps showing us this picture of a frog every time we do negative self-talk. Yeah, don't do it. Okay, I won't. Hopefully LNG aren't doing any negative self-talk either. Gotta stay focused. Spotlight again has been a huge weak point. A lot because T1...
I know it's very uncommon, especially in Enchanter versus Enchanter. You typically never want to leash. But I'm only suggesting it because getting your Sejuani top sooner, and if it doesn't change a huge outcome on bot, sounds pretty nice. Poppy's doing a very accelerated route towards top, which basically puts her in a position she has to commit. Well, she must full commit. Sejuani is looking mid one time to do a ward, which would have... Where did Ori put her ward level 1? Who ordered that?
I'm in my 30s. Could you tell? Anyway, I don't even respond to this, guys. I'm very
Okay. So I have a few complaints with this. Like, I understand why he's doing it, because it is true that the guy could play on him here. And he did place his ward here already. I think I preferred him just saving the ward anyways. Also, they knew Poppy started Raptors, right? Based on this? Yeah. So they know that, like, at this point, Renekton does not want to, like, overly trade. Because he doesn't want to eat ass from, you know, a possible Poppy dive. But this also means this guy's not going to be mid for a hot minute. Because this route means he's either doing this to this, or he's doing this to back to red. So it's going to take him a while just to get to this ward. So I probably would have left Scout alone on this. I would definitely would have just cleared towards top, because you really do care about what's happening up here first. So he's just a little late to top side. Ward sees him. Goes straight onto him. It's a really fat trade. At this point, Tarzan is won, right? Tarzan is won. He just has to chill out, and Owner is fucked. Game is over for, like, I'm not gonna say game is over for Owner, but in theory, if Tarzan actually just left this, like, blue as is and didn't try to overchase him, he also could, what? He also could just stay here. Because if this guy runs this way, he's gonna run into Ori. And Ori's conditions are decent enough for her to fight. But he, like, goes south, which I don't really understand why. Because he sees Jace here still. So he actually could have just stayed in this pocket. And also, keep in mind, Owner is doing this because Owner full committed to this, and there's no dive top because of that ward that Scout technically placed. So he actually could have chased this longer if he did this right. Also, dude, this guy have 2 points in E? That's crazy. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. I can't believe he fixed that whole situation like that. I'm sure, like, if I'm Tarzan, I'm not anticipating that either. But at the same time, when you're in this case, don't hit the blue buff. Let it reset. Like, you're in a winning position. You could go do your wolves, and you're winning. Like, doing this is just absolutely useless. Especially when your mid is coming. So he kind of put him... Even though Owner did a massive outplay, I did not expect that at all. Tarzan never should have been there. Like, he never should have, like, given the opportunity by getting hit by the blue buff, like, 2 or 3 more times. And, of course, the worst situation about this, which really sucks, this guy completely owned him, by the way. Like, he actually just, like, won out his lane straight up. And he was playing for himself. And Tarzan actually won out his situation until he screwed it up. And so Faker now gets to recover because of this guy. Because of him, and then also, like I said, because, like, Owner, like, saw the situation. And, of course, obviously, this is, like, even worse for Tarzan now. Because Tarzan, you know, he comes back. He's like, okay, I need to make sure I get my top camps, right? And he's like, okay, you're, like, kind of half HP. Is this wave pulling out? Because I think it is, because I think it crashed, it's pulling out. So he's like, okay, we're going to try a one chance play. You don't have any rage. This guy also has not much mana, but he actually almost dies. Oh, because he actually got everything on him before it happened. Got it. I wonder if he can flash in time. Because in theory, if he Q flashes here, like just does it right away, he will get the stun, and Renekton can actually do a little bit more damage and get the E off. And it might be possible. But because Tarzan does not go for it, and it was not a half bad play, because it's like you're praying on that Poppy won't be right there to answer, and you can save your Renekton's game a little bit without him having to, like, TP. Because, you know, if he survives, and they can crash the wave in any sense, or even just kill him, and then Renekton gets a little bit more gold in his pocket, great. But, ooh, that's pretty rough.
You just got solo killed in your jungle, then you both committed flash pop to get absolutely nothing into a bad wave state, and now Zeus is going to play crazy aggressive here, knowing he has that flash advantage. Zika is in a world of hurt. Then you look down to bot lane. Surely it's going well there. Well, bad news, you're getting pushed in, you're about to lose a plate here. So
notice that Faker was willing to take the hit, by the way. Like, he didn't act... This is really important to note. This guy did not stay mid to take the wave, because he didn't want to, like, bleed more time on the map, especially because how low he is and he has no mana. Like, he could eat both biscuits, recover some HP, and... like, yeah, he would take the wave, but then Ori would get another timer, because Ori's gonna base, she'll come back, then this guy's gonna be really late, and then Ori gets another timer to, like, kind of get control and help Tarzan. So, Faker is willing to go down a lot of CS, because he's getting shit on, just to ensure that his, like, nothing weird happens.
Route, the follow-up, good damage coming through from Gala, potential and opportunity to turn, but Owner's sticking right on top of him. Phase rush now procced. Owner just gonna zoom his little butt out to safety.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened here. It looks like Poppy came from base, did Gromp, went around the try, realized it was not warded, and then just kind of went for this play, and then backed off. Okay. Well played, Faker, right? I mean, like, Scout went for a huge chunk, and he's winning mid again. By the way, like, yeah, pots are gone. Biscuit each. Look at the HP. Look at the HP. Actually, it's pretty close. It's pretty close, actually. I was going to say he's winning, but it's most... Actually, no, he's technically is winning because he's up mana, too. So he's going to be able to, like, actually, like, stay into this longer. But that was good by Faker. I mean, he's got Shockwave, and he's chilling. He's vibing. And looks like LNG's bot lane's doing quite better this time. But again, T1's able to get the dragon. So they have contested this. He's too low. Ate way too much damage. Just too low. He's just too low. And because Faker was able to crash that big wave and dodge that that R, and then also because he reset in a sense that he was able to build a wave sooner, it aligned and it let them actually play for dragon. So even though Faker is getting shit on individually, he's making like selfless plays that do help.
It's going to be really tough when you're dependent almost entirely on a Sejuani to start off those fights. At this level, people are so good at dodging out.
Yes, it's a little bit more reliable and immediate than the Maokai, perhaps outside the Maokai flash W, so perhaps LNG can get more done with it. But if you feel like a broken record, because again, we've seen similar patterns in all 3 games where ultimately, even individuals are laning well, even if Sickley's laning well, it didn't matter. They still found so many advantages in the team fight. Scout, even if he's laning well, if he can't press his advantage.
Tarzan's fishing, but
then it does not matter if it's T1. The one big difference though with this series compared to
is it possible for him to know that this is warded?
and this is the man that was
Good job by far, his best performance in the 1v1 throughout the series.
Maybe. I mean, it's a common ward, right? Like, I definitely would have taken the crab and just, like, backed off because clearly nothing's gonna happen. Unless he believes Poppy will revisit bot because sums were used. Actually, they still have flashes. No. There's no point. It's a waste of time. They both have flashes. It's a waste. And then yet again, you know, Scout is just railing mid. But, dude, this is such a mess up by... This is such a mess up by Tarzan, no? Like, he takes these camps. Personally, honestly, he doesn't even need to go for crap, technically. He should just do the Raptors, try to get 6, and then be available for the situation top. Also, it looks like this guy... No, it'd be fine. Like, I know that he can get his base off, right? But the fact that Jace didn't get his base off yet either, it means it's fine. If he got a base over him, he needs a base, right? And maybe you give it up, but... This guy's winning hard. You are a strong 1-2, regardless of what happened earlier. Get 6 and get the hell up here. Like, you do not want to give Herald. But they do. Like, he's taking Gromp. They're not getting anything for bot. Scout joins. Okay. I mean, if Scout's joining and they can get something, sure. I mean, 0 TP mid even. But you guys have to kill him, though. That was close. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. I think they get out, though. They don't. Maybe? Oh, wow, the MS? Oh, wow. Holy shit. Okay, wow. I mean, in theory, this actually turned out not bad. You can definitely blame T1's duo for this situation because Faker ate so much shit mid. He actually shouldn't TP mid. This is a rare case for this to happen, but if you're going for Herald and they're giving this up, yeah, I mean, you see this guy showing here, naturally, you know, they can dive bot, right? So he should actually hold this. He's gonna have to sack more, which really sucks. And then they're just gonna bait your TP, and you just have to accept the L. Like, that's what's gonna happen. But at least your duo can stand there. But if you TP here, you actually have to run out and get out of here. Because staying here is so dangerous. And the only nice thing is the fact that Tarzan is not 6 yet. But Varus also has no flash. So... who tanks? Okay, in theory, Milio should tank and actually hit this. This guy can Q in Taguma, Shockwave, and they should kill this guy way faster, by the way. That would have been a lot better than however the hell they played it this way. Because this guy almost dies. And then Faker's able to get here in time, even though, like, obviously he had the TP mid. But the fact that this guy lived, holy shit, well played, guys. Really well played. To get out of that situation without dying still. But you did lose, like, a lot of flashes for 0.
So they're able to 100 Guma. The Tarzan is crucially able to deny the bailout, and because Faker, when he goes in for the shuffle, doesn't actually have any backup damage, there isn't enough, right? He doesn't have the item check, he doesn't have the burst, and with the heal, Hung and Gala are able to pass.
Also, keep in mind, for Faker's sake, he definitely could have just R'd them this way, and it probably would have been better. I mean, like, if he just positions it a little bit better, you know, you'd get more out of it, but regardless, this is pretty good by Kira.
You can see, proccing that little heal on the auto there from Gala, gives him the speed up with the fleet footwork, being able to kite it out, and then the dissonance from Scout gives the additional move speed to really be able to get out of there. So frustrating for T1. And it's a very slight lead, but it is that spark of hope, as he said. Drake goes for LNG for what feels like the first time.
Oh, as might have another return player for Tarzan. Repeat, finding line, finding angle, instant damage coming through Valley, taking the root as well. If they can find the mark, but nice counter punch coming in from Guma, using the ult to stop the lane. It tracks Scout, continuing to step up. Desperate to get a little bit more here, but has to be careful. The mark coming through bars, but damn, Guma wants to finish it. He gets it. Absolutely outplayed.
What the fuck?
For LNG for
Wait, what? So, they come back from base, and Tarzan's rushing the map. Try to take the crab, and then relook for a fast dive bot, which... These guys have CDs. What, did I, like, miss a huge chunk of the game? What am I missing here? His R is almost back up, which is scary. And then you didn't clear all the vision around mid, so your Ori could play more aggressive still. And you also did not clear that many camps, so you're also kind of going down in camps. And so you go behind for this fast play. Because this guy has no flash. It's just not enough damage. Like, basically, in this situation, he would need the Sniper Q, Sniper R, and it might be doable. If Milio has R, by the way, and this guy throws... Milio should just R right now. I don't know what Hong's doing, and I'm going to be honest, like, this is a very fast play. This is the second time this guy's done this. It's like the second quick play we've seen in this series versus him doing, like, the standard play. And maybe it's actually not that bad, because now that I'm looking at it again, you know, if he hits Seju R, this guy cleanses him, and they go for it, they actually can kill him. And then this guy's just sitting here, 1v2, and this guy will have to cover them. But again, Tarzan's going to have to go clear camps, and the end result is you don't get any necessary summoners, so it's just like you get a kill. You get a kill, they don't get control as much, and that's pretty much it. But the fact that it turned into this is just incredible. Because this guy's lethal tempo. This guy has fleet. And this guy still doesn't press R. Like, unless this is like a spec bug. Oh, it was. Oh. Or either it was a spec bug, or I just think I couldn't tell that it was actually on CD. Yeah, it was on CD. Oh. I said all that for nothing. Okay. Well, that was, yeah, I don't know. This was a bad play then. Like, no Milio R, and this guy has, like, Verisar, so he's always gonna be able to stall out the play. That's a pretty bad play by them. It was a pretty bad play by Tarzan. And then just, you know, magically it turning around that way is just not ideal.
They push him out, sure. Tarzan gonna get away, but T1 will take the objective right off the back of it. Hog all around, Tarzan is sniffing, but it's gonna be too little, it's gonna be too late, so it's about to fight if it's about anything. Follow-up is there. Owner connects on the backside. Hostile takeover is clean. Again, there's no plans available for Gala. Stop the play for now. Zika trying to find one. Owner surely should fall here. Still standing because the bailout, but he will eventually die. LNG get the kill. That is a big investment, though. Yes, they get the kill.
Well, he got something back, you know, like, these guys start this shit. Baker ate ass. He doesn't have TP. They're trying to just burn it and just try to get another dragon in the pot. They also have a fat fucking TP flank. course, Jace gets to hit top, and he still has plates to get. So, oh, what the fuck? No way. Oh my god, that's actually game losing. Oh man, that is game losing because Jace is just hitting top for free right now, right? And Jace is also just getting shit. Okay, so Ori goes top in this situation to like recover this situation, which is good. This is good by Scout because Jace is about to get the most massive like influx of gold. But the fact this guy also died, again, it still means look at Jace's CS compared to Renekton now. It is so screwed. And of course, you know, Scout at this point is like, okay, I'm gonna like try to make the best out of this situation. Also, I hate that he went. I really hate that he went Crown because that gets pulled off so easily in this game. Faker relieved his own pressure by using the OT. Not bad, not bad at all. This guy is TP. This guy is TP.
Clear the vision. Gallo one item. He's doing all right, but he cannot face check in. Tarzan might step in the area to try to attempt to steal it. It's too little, it's too late. Again, T1 the one's dictating the pace of the game just as it was in game 1 and game 2. They had to fight a little harder to get it this time around, but still they remain in control.
And this makes that third dragon that much harder because T1 are likely to save the Herald, drop it down mid lane prior to that third dragon coming up here. Owner will just push Tarzan off. They'll secure the top tier 1s. They don't even need to use the Herald. Just get a quick reset. Go down towards mid. Set up your vision through mid, down towards that dragon. Drop the Herald on spawn. Go towards that third dragon. And LNG have got to decide with their gear on the line. Do we contest?
And a large part of it goes down back to the play that owner made very early on. Because I think the strongest part in the early mid game for LNG is specifically that Renekton and Sejuani combo. They literally didn't get to use it at any point because Tarzan has been on the back foot right from the get-go, allowing Zeus to play basically an isolated 1v1 with the Jace. He's always going to win. The darkness coming through. The pushback on Zeus to the skies.
I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, this guy's in side lane. You know, he's just waiting for the Jace to like get the shit. Azir, he pushed out bot. The Ori doesn't do another wave. I guess she's scared of this just because the Sejuani is showing top. The Poppy show. The Poppy showed. And the Poppy could have based. So to Ori, Ori's like scared that the Poppy can already be here. And then like, Azir doesn't have R yet though. So to me, especially because you're so fresh on the base, I would have contested the next wave. If I was Scout, I would be doing this wave. So at least this guy is like, oh, fuck, okay. Because if he can time the Poppy well enough, he shouldn't be here. The only other reason I can think of is if they couldn't time Renata. And in theory, yeah, Renata could be there, actually. That would be the only problematic thing, is Renata, like, making a play on him. But with the dragon being up, like, a minute 20 before, it might not be worth it. Maybe she could, like, flash for flash, and maybe that's why it's worth it. But I probably would... He has comment, too. He doesn't have phase. But he has Milio. Nah, he should have done it. Milio should have went bot. Milio should have went bot with this guy. It's not common to do that, but then you can actually roll up into here. Set your bases and come back. I think they messed up the map. Because now he's finally contesting it, but hey, guess what happens? This guy dies top. So they actually get a free play. What the fuck just happened? Oh, I mean, this is just... Oh. No way, man. So, because they kill him, they have double TPs. And they TP this way. And these guys are, like, kind of far. And this guy flashes. And Tarzan doesn't ulti this guy. Like, Tarzan just doesn't ulti this guy because he's like, okay, whatever. You're gonna lose the dragon. Like, because, like, they double TP'd and that this play is actually working, they... You know, it is what it is. And whatever's going mid, like, you lean bot one wave too late. Like, you should just be mid at this point and just kind of like helping defend because this guy's showing, especially because their duo's showing. Also the field is just kind of late on the map. What does he have to buy? A pickaxe? I mean, it's important, but, like, is it important enough to lose mid-turret over it? Probably not. They didn't lose mid-turret. Okay, I mean, yeah, if Seju was here, they probably would have been fine. But then this shit happens, and it's like, okay, that's really bad.
This early on is Tarzan. That's your side of the rift, Zeus. Back away, Gala off to the side. He can root up two. Follow-up autos there. Roots. No, this buying a bit more time with the hostile takeover. Now they're now autoing each other. They're just killing each other. LNG, the fight instantly turned to beautiful from Carry.
This is just so rough, man. Like, it's just like every single instance that happens is just going poorly. So like in this case, like, okay, you're losing dragon, so like you're all leaning towards top, right? This guy takes this shit, which is obviously risky, because it's like, okay, like, this is pretty risky. I don't have Sejuar either. He gets his Q canceled. And they're like, okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. This shit happens. Okay. Milio just needs to not be... Dude, mother... So, like, as Milio, like, this is coming, right? So, like, Milio just actually either... I mean, Milio could just flash, by the way. He literally could just flash forward, heal, press R, and who's in here? Kyria, Flash... Who is this? Zeus? Dude, they can win this if this guy plays better. Just use your sums, use your ulti. It's a Hail Mary play. You can make it work. Just do it. But the fact that he just, like, walks in, it completely deflates the play. And you even had Ori TP, and it's just like what can you do? What can you honestly do? If I am LNG and I have Tarzan and Hong, like, just doing this kind of shit, I give up. Like, I honestly just give up. I will just quit the game. It's T1. Like, it is a ballsy play. It is a really ballsy play by, like, Sejuani to do this, right? It is. But as Jace, like, if you guys are doing Dragon, you have 2 members there. Like, Jace should just be taking a safe way up, especially because this guy can move in this way. So this guy should literally just come this way with Azir. We can even just send Azir there, and then Jace just goes mid, and you guys just take mid. Like, they're putting themselves in peculiar spots where, like, if their opponent just kind of plays it a little bit better, especially because you don't have flash and stuff, you'll lose the fight. Or you're just giving a chance play to their opponents, but it's not happening. So because it's not happening, you're just kind of progressively just winning more and more and more, and that's why these games are like 25 minutes each, because yeah, this is not how this should go at all. Like, at all.
When you don't have a lot of engage options, there's just nothing you can do when you fall behind, and that is the position that LNG are now in. So they're gonna have to get creative. They're gonna have to find picks. They're gonna have to find a miracle. But T1 have been so bulletproof in their advance of the game. Carry overstaying. Will get cut down. Not quite enough life. LNG, nothing going their way. LNG cannot get lucky. Not even will get cut down. They're gonna have to get creative. They're gonna have to find picks. They're gonna have to find a miracle. But T1 have been so bulletproof in their advance of the game.
I mean, this is just wild. I don't know why he's walking in there.
So they're gonna have to get creative. They're gonna have to find picks. They're gonna have to
like, Jace is taking the blue. Reality is, Jace never takes blue. Jace just comes and joins the team. Like, he just joins the team. He's ready to poke. This guy pushes out. You push out this. You have this covered, and then boom. Like, the game is so... Well, okay, like, I mean, Baron's gonna be a minute, and so reality is Jace actually might have to go back bot in this timer, but for now, if he actually really just wants to sack the wave, because Yuri's super strong, right? All he needs to do is poke out and do this shit, and then you can even take the top turret on this round, and then base and get the bot wave. But the fact that, like, again, this is like a random slip-up of just, like, what you doing, you know? And then Jace is like, okay, well, our support fucked up. Now I'm gonna go back bot. I should have been mid sooner. Whatever. And then now the support's back. Okay, cool. We're getting wards down. Dragon's in 230. And he's just like screwing with them. It's not like a true engage or anything. Like, it's bot. And then they just burn. That's it. That's literally it. Like, how's his wards? So Kira is gonna base soon, and this guy has 3 wards. So once you get this pushed out, and Renekton's... Look, dude. Sorry. I'm at my fucking throat. Renekton's a sack of shit. He needs to come up here. They need to get this shit ASAP. Like, Scout's really strong too. You just need to fish these guys out now, while you can. And obviously the Jace lead is just extremely obnoxious. So, I don't know what to say.
Zika get the bear, and they're pushing down that top lane, and they're going to be able to answer mid. Maybe you lose the tier 1, but look at Carry setting up for play.
But he just solo ulted the Renata, which is not great. They get chased off, and then they set up. Faker is just hitting the turret. So they see 4 members and just not one. And they TP, so they're trying to cut him off and make a surprise play. And Faker manages to get out. Impressive. Impressive. Then they get the 4th drag naturally. I mean the Renekton is like in the shitter. It's a shock blast. 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 Holy fuck. And then they full swing it and they lose. That is crazy. I can't believe it. This is such a shit stomp. I cannot believe how bad Tarzan played, how bad Hung played to a degree. Gala was good. Like, Gala was definitely good. And Scout was also definitely good outside of, like, some situations. And Zika, I mean, I expected him to be not great. But his jungle and his support really failed them today. Wow. Especially Tarzan. Wow.